Hey, this is Ansley, and I'm out in the Germain Robbins cellar, and I'm talking a little bit today about a product we're in the middle of developing right now, which is a cranberry citron vodka under DSPCA 162 vodka. And the way it came about was this. We have this beautiful liqueur that we get from Steve McCarthy up in Clear Creek in Oregon that we use in the St. Nick. Everybody, every time they taste it, God, we should be able to do something else with this. And Devin Kane had the idea, sitting at home, says, well, I'm going to try and put it into one of our vodkas. And first he tried the straight, but then when he put it into the citron, you know, there's this magic moment when you know you've nailed something, and that was it. This is going to be a beautiful product. But anyway, so now developing the product, that was about 9 months ago, and he started working on it seriously about 6 months ago. And the first thing to do was sort of like try various levels of, you know, blending the liqueur into the citron vodka. But then also there was an adjustment we had to make, which was putting a little citric acid into it to sort of counteract the heaviness of the, you know, liqueur is very thick and sort of like, and to get that absolutely right. And then about, you remember about 2 weeks ago I was out here and we had a whole bunch of little 200 ml bottles with, you know, 8 different variations on citric acid, trying to pick the right one. We spent, you know, some weeks on that. And the most recent thing here is to sort of, okay, what's the actual proportion of liqueur to vodka going to be in the final blend? And this is 3.5, 5, and 7.5%. But to create this blend, the first thing he had to do was take the liqueur and dilute it 50% with citron vodka, so we didn't get this heavy sedimentation at the bottom. You know, if you mix it 50-50, then the liqueur will throw all its sediment and leave something. He made a carboy of it, 5 gallons, so that we had 5 gallons of blend to play with. And then he prepared these bottles. And it was really clear when we were tasting it that the best balance was the 5%. More than that, we started getting something that there was so much liqueur in it that it allowed, it made the citron, the subtleness. The citron is very subtle flavor and very delicate. And we started losing it at more than 5%. So 5% is it. But then there's another note that I want to point out here. If you look at the 3 of them, this one, the 7.5%, it's so dark that I and a couple of other people we were showing this to, it looked, you know, looked a little artificial, like we were adding some food coloring to it or something to make it look like cranberry, like, you know, practically everybody else in the world does. And certainly anybody who isn't a craft distiller, I mean, they're not going to start from zero and do all this work. They're just going to buy some cranberry flavoring and add it to it and then put some food coloring in to make it look dark. And, you know, everybody knows we don't do that, but we don't want anybody to even think that we might be doing that. So it was the 5%. Now Devin will go to work cleaning this up, getting the balance absolutely straight. This is March. He started working on this last July. We'll have this ready for bottling sometime in August, and we'll let it sit for 6 weeks and start selling it in October.